everyone, welcome back to Serenity Crafts by Maria. Today is a tricky one. I am going to be learning how to make these DND dice. My son's asked me for some. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it, but we'll see. It's worth a try. I've got the molds, everything I use in the videos, everything I buy, everything I use off camera will all be linked in the description, which is right below the video, and then it will say more. Press more, you'll get all the links, all of my affiliate links and all of that to save you some money. I am affiliate for most of the places where I buy from. Because of that, I can get special codes and like 10% and 20% codes off for you guys. I'm not really knowledgeable all about it, but I thought if I can get you codes and money off the things that I use, then bonus for you. So the links are all there, so have a little look if you want. And I'm going to try and figure out what I'm going to do with these. I think I'm going to syringe it in here, because I've got syringes. If I just cut the ends off to make them a bit wider. And if there's any leftovers, I'm going to finish off the pores. I've also got standby molds for extras. And I'll be using the high gloss epoxy resin by JDiction. Again, I do love this resin. It's great. It works for me. And I mean, I've used several. I just usually buy the one that's got an offer on at the time, and this one's had an offer on for quite a while, so I'll stick with this one. Right, I'm going to get all sorted. I don't know what colours, orange and red maybe. I've got these stones on Hobbycraft. My daughter took me up to Hobbycraft the other day. Be nice with the red and the orange lava running through them. So I'm wondering to put them in black resin. I don't mind if a little bit shows, because it'll be like rocky. So I don't think that'll be too bad. But that's the plan. Just gonna have to see if it works. But the dice, I think I'm just gonna like put clear in, and then put some gold in one, and probably silver leaf if I've got any. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. But if not, they'll be different. He'll want 2 different sets. So yeah, I'll get it all mixed up and separated, and I'll bring you back. I have mixed up the stones in the black. However, I think I've made up too much. So, no, I have. I think I'm just gonna spoon out and put it around the sides. So I'm going to do that now. With a JDiction spoon. I mixed up the black with the epoxy pigment paste from T-Expert, which is linked in my descriptions. I'm going to try and drain as much of the liquid off, because I only want the stones really down the sides. I mean, it's not got to be perfect because it's lava, and you know, that's not a perfect line in lava and stuff. I've also got them on my curing machine shelves, so I can move them easily. I'm going to get a couple of character molds out of this. Thanks to the stones, it's filled it up even more. Or I do like adding things to my resin. so I don't have to use so much resin. It's really, really good. I can do another bear because he's my little faithful. I think I'm going to start with my little old faithful bear mould. And I'm going to give it a squidge. Get in the ears. Go on. That's it. Get in the ears. Oh, sorry, I was doing it off camera. Now he won't be able to go in. I think he's too tall for the shelves of my curing machine. So I don't think he can fit. He might be able to. I can't remember. I know that there's several that won't fit. I probably make this mould every time I make resin stuff because it's just so beautiful. I love this faceted bear mould. Again, it will be linked in the description. Like the JDiction stuff, the Let's Resin stuff, and all of that is linked, and the description is there's two links. One to go to JDiction or Let's Resin, and then there's another one where you can get the same thing from Amazon. So I've given you an Amazon link and a Let's Resin and JDiction. So you're spoiled for choice. Right, that'll do him. I am going to move him. I never sprayed him, but I don't want to spray because it sets off my air purifier. Like, honestly, I think the alcohol sets the air purifier off more than resin does. So I try to avoid using it. Now I've got to clean that black up off there. I don't want to do them in that. So let's see. It's probably too thick to go up and over the thing. But it might do. These would be nice little hearts if they work. I think there's enough resin to run up around the hole. Let's do another one. Do another big one. I've got more resin sitting there waiting for me to make the lava. I've chosen orange mica powder. That's also linked in my descriptions. Everything I use is linked, so I won't keep saying it. And I've also chose the Red Tea Expert Epoxy Pigment Paste that I recently purchased. I did a video on me unboxing them because I was excited. I've got a doggy paw. I could put some in. My little puppy. I think I mentioned in one of my videos. She's 7 months old and she's a Borador. So she's a Border Collie cross Labrador, and she is so clever. So clever. She's honestly, apart from my kids, she is my best friend. She doesn't leave my side. I will put a picture up. She came up to see me just as I was doing the mixing. So yeah, she is honestly my favourite thing in the world by my kids. I'd have another one tomorrow, especially of her. She is just so beautiful. She's so loyal. So that's the Tea Expert pigment paste and the resin mica powders. They're all listed. I'm going to mix them both because I'm going to pour them both at the same time. am going to try and clean this up a little bit. Clean up my bathroom because I have trashed it. It's like my dog's been in here. Well, she has, but she ain't done nothing. Right, I think that's it. I'm going to stick the shelf back on its curing machine. I have the extension to put on. I've got two of the extensions, and that can go in there. That can actually go on top of there. Right, that's on there. Hello, welcome back. It's the next day. Everything is ready to demold. However, with the tray, I want to just give it a bit of a top coat on the base because there's some stones, I don't know if you can see, but they're actually sticking out of the resin, and that's going to be sharp, and I don't want my son to cut himself. So I'm going to give that a top coat. Everything else is ready though. I did pour the dice mould, and I got some extras out of that. Yesterday I made 100 mils of resin. I thought I recorded it, but I'd forgotten to press the button. I got one of these pipettes and I cut it off, and I soaked up the resin, and I just like squirted it in from the pipette, and it was really good way of doing it, to be fair. This one I poured clear with some gold leaf sheets, just poked them down with a dotting tool, and my tweezers. So I sort of picked them up and then sort of like did that. So I was like putting it in. This one I put I got a box of Let's Resin alcohol inks, 26. They're linked in my video, and I used this cerulean, which I was told was like a sky bluish if you did it weak enough, sort of thing. So I did that, and then I added some broken up clay bits in the middle, so I wanted it to look like clouds, but we'll see how that goes. So we can demold these, and then I will mix up about 60 mils of clear resin. I'm going to do clear because I think that looks amazing. I want to be able to see it. I think I'm going to do clear. We can get a little, I don't know if you can see that, but it looks good, I think. So yeah, we'll demold, and then I'll pause you and get the resin mixed up, and then I'll bring you back. So let's demold the dice. Oh, there's a hole in that one, so that's going to have to be filled. And that one's all right though. So we'll just top them up. Let's see about these. Now I really filled these ones up, so I'll probably do it better. Oh, these ones can be demolded. So, we'll see how easy they are to demold. Right. Right, I am going to cut that bit off, but gently. There's one. They look really cool, look. Oh. Yeah, they look good. This is just paper thin resin, but I don't want to pull the number off, if you know what I mean. I don't know if you can see that. It's great. They're actually not that hard to demold. brilliant. They're really cool. I actually really like them. Oh, I'm really happy with them. And my son's got a new set of dies. That's great with this because, like, where that would usually float to the top, the little bits of clay, because it's like, it's so light, so it'll float to the top. But with these, they've got the lid on, which holds them down so they're not coming out of the resin. I have got to do these ones, haven't I? I've just got to top up them. Oh, it's quite cute. I'll sand the back and then I can make them into key rings. That one we finished with. These are supposed to sit in a book to hold the book page open, so you haven't got to keep holding it with your hands. Which are quite handy, especially if you suffer with like your hands like I do. But yeah, they're cute. I've just got this one little thing here, haven't I? This was just a tiny bit of leftover. It's got loads and loads and loads of like paper thin resin, which I can just cut away. But yeah, I did a little leftover pendant with the clay stuff in it, so I will cut all that away. Right, I'll bring you back when I have mixed up 60 mils of resin. Right, see you then. Right, I've mixed up 100 mils, 50A, 50B, and I've put it through the bubble machine for a good few minutes. I demolded the dice that were okay, so I knew which ones had to be like topped up. But I'm gonna do this tray first. I just want to give it a little coat just to get over those any stones that come through this layer of resin. I will just sand away or sand down. I don't want it to go over that side. I have got it tilted because it was in my curing machine and I think that's not level, or it wasn't. I think I've just sorted it out now. I didn't want to cover the pattern with coloured resin, especially an opaque colour, because this pattern on the back is, I think it's brilliant. Better than what I could have imagined. Just bringing it to the edges. If it goes over a little bit, that's fine. I can sort that out. This is going to go in my curing machine. And hopefully I have got it level now. I hope you're all enjoying the weather. I think it's cooled down a bit today, but it's still nice and sunny. I just don't want to break that surface tension so it goes over about right. I'm going to just stick this on top of my shelf in the curing machine. Right, now with these, I've cut one down so I don't get too much and ruin them, because it is like tiny little holes. But I'm going to give it a little bit of a coat all over, because when I put the lid on, it'll spread it out, so it's like paper thin resin again. And it was so easy to demold. That one had quite a, I really didn't fill that one up to the top, but it's not going to take a great deal, so I think I might make another set. So I'm gonna, I also got these ready. I thought I might give them a top coat because it's obviously matte mould, and the paw print, that is. Right, let's hope for the best. Let's move that onto the set. I'm just going to put the second tray on, which is an extension, and then the tray, and then I can demold. That looks to be okay. That doesn't seem to be going over the edge. Now, I don't know if I recorded myself saying thank you for all of the support I've been getting over the last week or so. I actually cannot believe the support of all you amazing people out there. I would never have thought it in my wildest dreams that I'd be getting supported like I am. I'm just so touched by it all. All the buy me a coffee donations I've had, I just can't thank you enough. The people that are buying things on my Amazon wish list, I never thought in a million years that I'd get so much support, and I'm just so overwhelmed by it all. Just thank you so much. It doesn't go unappreciated, believe me. Right, these probably aren't level. I'm actually going to put my second shelf on. My third shelf on, I mean. So I've got 3 shelves and 2 extensions, so I can have taller moulds on the shelves. I'm just hoping this will make it shiny. I have no idea. It probably won't, and it might even fill in some of the holes where the bubbles were. It's only got to top coat it and to fill in that hole, so I'm not going to put any more on this little fella. I was actually thinking yesterday that I had a husky, and she was so special. She was just, she was amazing. She was so loyal, and got me through a lot of hard times, to be fair. And she unfortunately died of, is it pyometra? She died of that, unfortunately, which is the tattoo on my arm. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I was heartbroken, and she died in 2021, and there's not a day it goes by that we don't talk about her or think about her. And we've got, I paid extra because in England, I don't know where you're watching from, but it's very expensive to like have your dog cremated separately, so not with other animals, and keep her ashes. It's so expensive, but I did. It was just so unexpected. She went right downhill in 5 days. First noticed she was ill, and then within 5 days she'd gone. But she got me through so much, she did. And I was thinking I could make like these dog paws into a keyring for me and my daughters and my son for her with her ashes, because I mean it's taken me this long to even want to like open her ashes, because they're still sealed, obviously. So I'll see if I'm up to that. I don't know. I think I want to get a bit better before I mess around with something so precious. But that's the plan anyway. I've thought about it. I haven't been there yet. That was a huge loss for me and my kids when she died. A few years later, we rescued a bull mastiff cross St. Bernard. She was huge. We rescued her. She was disabled, and she was in Spain, so they were going to actually put her down, and we rescued her. We had her flew over. She ended up coming to live with us, but unfortunately her disability was that bad. We had 2 years together, which was a lovely 2 years for her life. She was treated like a queen. Just got to make sure these are still level on this mould. Right, I've got enough to do this. So what colour do I want to put in this one then? Another blue set maybe with the clouds. Try another. They have got them written on there, haven't they? Because I won't be able to tell if it's blue or not. I'll probably use purple. Ah, blue. Perfect. Right, shake this up. And I'm going to put a couple of drops in it. I think I put 4 the last one in. And that was perfect. So I'm going to do it like I did last time. I've now put bubbles in there, but can't be helped. I'm not doing thingy in it again. That'll probably be a very, very, very light. This is the product that I'm putting in. It's basically, this product is made of clay and can be shaped into cloud-like fillers by choosing the appropriate design. Combine or separate the clay material according to the desired size. The effect varies with the amount used. Suitable for DIY resin crafts such as UV resin and AB resin, which is what we're using today. Don't forget, it's not going to float right to the top, but it's not going to come out of your resin because the lid's going to be on this. So that's about it. Right, I've got my dotting tool. And what I did yesterday, I got a big kitchen towel. And I just dotted them in like that, spin around. I hope you can see me. I'll just move it into the middle. And then I top them up. That's so much easier using these pipettes when you cut off the end. So that's one of my biggest tips for you guys. If you're going to use these, cut off the end. Right, I think that's enough. And then I'm going to do what I did yesterday. I put resin on the numbers because there's numbers on this little lid. Obviously, like the one that they need on this side. And there's a triangle on there that needs to be covered. And I've probably put enough resin in there already, but I am just making sure it gets that number 1. Then it goes on. That was a bit messy. Goes on like that. And it is so easy to take off and demould and everything. I'm really impressed with these moulds, to be honest. I don't think they would be that easy. Now this can go in my top tray, because if anybody's got a curing machine, yeah, the top tray is kind of useless because it has an indent in it here. So if you have anything on the top tray and the top tray is so thin, you put that on and it goes all on there. Right, I'm going to get this on. I will bring you back for demould.
Feeling every spark shine.
Hello, welcome back. It's time to demold. It's a little bit warm, so we'll have to see. But yeah, all the stones are covered. There's no stones poking through or anything now. I demolded the dice, if you can see. So they're brilliant. There's another one under the UV resin light as I filled in a hole. These dice is the second set. This is the second set I poured and demolded. They're really nice. I actually really like them. The other dice are drying here. I've as you saw, I was putting the numbers on with black marker pen, but the nib was too thick. I haven't got like the finest nib, so that was too thick, so I was like making sure it's going into the indents of the numbers, and then I was wiping it off with alcohol. So these came out okay. I've been messing around with different bits and pieces. This was the bear that I poured with the extra stones. He's come out so good. I've had to fill in a hole that was under his chin and under his ear, but you can't even tell now because I filled them in with UV resin. There's the other dice for that set. But this is what I wanted to mould. So, wish me luck. I hope it's nice. There's going to be holes where the stones were, which I knew anyway, but I'm just going to fill them in and build them up with UV resin. Oh wow. Oh, I like that. And I think that's all he's going to do is put his dice on there, so he'll have like his 2 sets of dice. I expect he's got more as well. Oh, that's brilliant. I love the effect of those stones. It's like it's a sticker. You wouldn't even think there's stones there apart from the weight. Is it focusing? I can't really see because my screen is so dirty. It's literally like a sticker on there. There's no way you'd be able to tell that there's stones in there unless you picked it up. Well, I'm really happy with that. I hope he is as well. There's a few stones around the edges. There's one there. One there. Well, there's a couple, but do you know, I actually really like that. And it's somewhere to keep his dice. So I'm gonna fill the holes and then wrap up, I think, for the day. So thank you for joining me. Thanks for all your support. If you want to buy me a coffee, the link's there. If you want to go and save yourself some money from the sites, the links are there. So thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good day.